I ask renters to take a huge leap forward, a mental leap, okay? I'm going to ask you to go from being a tenant to a homeowner. And not only that, I want you to become a homeowner and then become an investor, real estate investor. So it's a lot to go over. And a lot of times I get people get a little scared. They get a little overwhelmed with this proposition. But I think you can handle it. All right? Not going to lie, though, it is a little easier for me to talk to homeowners about becoming investors. And it's pretty easy to talk to tenants about becoming homeowners. But I want you to take the full leap. Because if you set it up, if I can reach you when you're a tenant and we can leverage your primary residence to jumpstart your investing career, trust me, it's so much easier and so much faster to get the outcome of what we're trying to get out of this, which is financial stability, 1, and then financial abundance, 2, and then eventually, finally, financial freedom. So that's what we're building here. Primarily a mind shift, because if you're watching my videos, you're reading these articles, you're educating yourself, you're probably pretty convinced I should buy some real estate. Like, I know that's what I should do. Then the next hurdle from there, which is often more difficult, is believing that you actually can. We're going to talk about, I call it the ownership mindset, and it applies to real estate ownership, of course, right? Because that's what we're talking about. That's what I do. But it also applies to everything in our lives that we actually can control, the things that we can have ownership over. So I'm asking you very directly, what do you want in your life? Okay, so some goal setting. And my preferred structure for goal setting is have, be, do. So you go, what do you want to have in your life? Who do you want to be in your life? And what do you want to do in this lifetime? And then if you do this exercise and you answer those questions honestly, the first thing that will happen for most people is all these fears and doubts and limiting beliefs will come up. And if they don't, then you probably weren't as honest as you could be on the original exercise. But once you've answered the questions honestly, you really have to start cultivating this ownership mindset so that you can be empowered to take and maintain control of your own thoughts and achieve whatever you want in your life. So, how to develop an ownership mindset. Okay, step number 1 is you take responsibility, you take ownership over every outcome in your life. Everything. My fault, I got to do it. If it's going to be, it's up to me, all that kind of stuff. If you want more conversation, thinking on that along those lines, I recommend the book. It's called Extreme Ownership. Okay, so check that out. Number 2, observe your thought patterns. Literally observe the way you're thinking and the way you're talking to yourself about yourself. So anytime you can, label, identify and label this negativity, anytime you hear yourself saying, I can't do this, I shouldn't do that, I'm not qualified, I'm not good enough, that's for those people, not for me, even though that's what I want, but I can't get it. Anytime you hear something like that, you can be like, negative thinking, rephrase that. Okay, so number 3, practice rephrasing things. So I have an example. So for example, I can't buy a house. Okay, what are you going to do with that statement? I can't buy a house, forget it, I'm going to go do something else. Or you can say, I want to buy a house. How can I buy a house? I can't buy a house this way, but maybe I can do it that way. Maybe I can do it this way. Who can I talk to? How can I buy a house instead of I can't buy a house? There's a library of information on this exact topic of cultivating ownership mindset, positive mindset, an empowering mindset that I can get whatever I want in my life. I'm capable of it. So I suggest that you read books, listen to podcasts, get around people who are positive and empowering to help push you forward to what it is that you want. So, like it says in this article here, real estate ownership is a mindset. Real estate investing is mostly a mindset of this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to overcome any challenge that gets put in my way to achieve what it is I'm trying to achieve. Which again, let me be clear, is first, financial stability, second, financial abundance, and third, final, financial freedom.